There is a growing concern among firefighters. According to the International Association of Firefighters, cancer caused 61% of deaths among full-time firefighters from 2002 to 2016. News 8's Sarah Tamer tells us why firefighters in our area are also concerned. Sarah?
Lisa, it's not the first thing that comes to mind when thinking about dangers involved with firefighters. But after talking to firefighters, I learned cancer is one of their biggest concerns. IAFF reports firefighters have a 9% higher risk of being diagnosed with cancer than the general U.S. population. Those with the La Crosse Fire Department say there is work to do to help lower their risk.
They run to the places we would typically run away from.
You went to a fire and your biggest hazard was just the fire. Right. Now it's not.
Putting themselves in the most dangerous places for firefighters, it's all part of the job, but it doesn't end there.
The environment that we're fighting those fires are very detrimental to your health.
What happens after they fight fires can be considered the scariest part of the job.
Cancer is the most dangerous and unrecognizable threat to the health and safety of our firefighters in the nation today.
Research shows firefighters have a higher risk of developing cancer compared to the general American population. This in part has to do with exposure to carcinogens, which are formed by burned plastics and synthetics found in households.
Firefighters, when they go inside, they're getting saturated with these gases.
How they clean these cancer-forming gases off of their bodies and gear is one of the most crucial ways to help reduce the risk of cancer. This includes having more than one set of gear for each firefighter and more than one specialized washer in the department, which Blaine says the department doesn't have.
Right now, this department only provides one set of turnout gear to our firefighters. It is recommended that each firefighter throughout the nation has 2 sets of turnout gear, so you're not recontaminating yourself with those toxins after a fire.
Gunderson oncologist Roger Kwong says he hasn't seen an unusual number of firefighters with cancer compared to other occupations, but it's necessary for firefighters to be cautious.
Be healthy, avoid tobacco use, get your cancer screenings, and use your protective equipment that you are issued.
The fire department captain says working out vigorously 24 hours after fighting a fire is also recommended to help get rid of the toxins absorbed in the skin. But keep in mind there are certain things that are factored in when it comes to cancer, including genetics.
All right, so what are some of the other concerns that the firefighters have?
Yeah, so some of the concerns, the captain tells me at Station 1, they don't have a ventilation system for the diesel exhaust, so a lot of that diesel exhaust is getting blown onto the to the gear that they kind of have hung up there for when they have to go out on a call. So a lot of it has to do with the actual environment at the station as well.
That's interesting. All right, thanks so much, Sarah.
Absolutely.